entering session, and number 7 is the closing session. Okay, before today's event begin, let's listen to Indonesia Raya and Mars Universitas Trisakti. To the committee, I allow you. Okay, thank you. And before opening the open judging event today, a documentation session will be held. To the committee of today's event, you can now take a picture.
Okay, for all participants, please open your camera. Okay, documentation will be taken in 3, 2, 1. One more slide. Documentation will be taken in 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, allow me to mention the rules of the procedure during this open judging event. The number 1, participants who take part in the open judging are participants who have passed the closed judging. Number 2, participants are required to turn on the camera when presenting in Zoom meeting and change their name with the format participant number _ name. Number 3, each participant is given 10 minutes during the presentation and 20 minutes for the question and answer session with the judges. Number 4, participants who are unable to attend the open judging must inform the committee. Number 5, participants are required to present their products using the presentation board that has been sent to us. Participants are prohibited from changing their contents of their presentation board. Number 6, participants are allowed to display animation videos or other visualization that can help represent the result of their product. Number 7, the decision of the judges is absolute and cannot be contested by anyone. And those are the rules for today's open judging. I will now read the order of the presentation, with the first participants being age 38, age 22, age 08, age 34, age 26, and lastly, age 14. I repeat, the order of the presentations are age 38, age 22, age 08, age 34, age 26, and age 14. And for the next session, I would like to introduce today's judges, namely Insinyur Celia Yuslim MT, the lecturer of Landscape Architecture of Trisakti University, Insinyur Anggia Murni GP IALI, the founder of PT Tropika Greeneries, and Rahman Andrawijaya STMT IALI GP, the director of Landscape Architecture in Urban Plus. And without further ado, I will now allow the participants with the first order to present their presentation board for 10 minutes.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Amira, and here I'm with my teammate Zaki as this competition presentation opener. We're hoping that this will be a good start for other competitive design. Here, we're going to present our thought on the future of Eco Park and how it leads to a biodiverse ecosystem on metropolitan city like Jakarta. So the brief itself challenged us to design somewhat responsible for the site and be able to solve environmental problems. As the competition itself called Hijau Jakartaku, we make a deep down macroanalysis for Jakarta and dissect some lessons from it. As you can see here in Jakarta, it shows how the phenomenon of the urban heat island occurs. The expansion occurs from center of Jakarta, spreading wider, and now it's 93.7% of the total area. The diagram shows how the impact of UHI expansion, stated before, is related to how the intensively development of the land changes that causing the green area that is the habitat of animal and other biodiversity living become a human-centered design with a more focusing on human needs like skyscraper and such. We know that this earth is not only a human living thing, and we as a well-being must act on how design focusing on creating a more biodiverse and as such an eco park. So the precious open land needs an idea to overcome the lack of biodiversity and drastic climate change. Parallel with the UHI expansion, where the center of Jakarta becomes the state starting point of UHI phenomenon, we decide to focusing more deep into this area. So here my teammate Zaki has been living in Tanah Abang for 2 months for his internship. At the time, he's been continuously walking from his living place to work. As you can see, us has not been living in Jakarta for our entire unit. He's been in shock how the city is so polluted and somehow looking like a fog, but it is a pollution. It's been a not fun experience for him as the air is super unhealthy. And for people day-to-day breathing that air, it is a confusing thing for us. The site was chosen because we see the disconnected function from what the spatial plan of Tanah Abang should look like. And here the existing site is somewhat not near from a green area. And in fact, it is becoming a loading dock for Pasar Tanah Abang, or some of you might be more familiar with the called Bongkaran. Our hope is to reclaim that and nature and intended the environment. As Ciliwung River become the longest river that passing through in the middle of Jakarta, it is becoming an integral part for urban water cycle in Jakarta. This is an opportunity to rebuild Jakarta's biodiversity with maximizing Ciliwung River as the key eco corridor for the entire water wash with limited ecological space for flora and fauna to live and thrive. So we expand the site into the Ciliwung River rather than what the special plan was planned. This is what the Ciliwung River near the site before, approximately around 1950s. I'm sorry, there was any mistaken. And on the right side is what the Ciliwung looking like on the present center. Sadly, the Jakarta before showing is how much greenery is jungle into a snapping second, it is becoming concrete jungle. This is what causing a less biodiversity, a much more great pollution in the entire area. Here, we're trying to conclude the site potential and the problem on how we try to take an approach into the design to make somewhat biodiverse or much more a good eco park. We need to somehow take the opportunity from what the nature component of the site gave us. Because of the wasted potential of the site, because it is bordered with railway and bridge, we try to connect it. So Tanah Abang has been famously for its highly dense area. So it's challenged to accommodate the needs of oxygen with only approximately 3,000 square meters in terms of the site area. So for a more detailed presentation into our design, it will be presented by Sagi. Get to use that.
Our concrete jungles expand, we are witnessing a decline in the vibrant tapestry of life that was once thrived here. For in recognizing this challenge lies the opportunity to build a more sustainable and harmonious future for our cities. The graph showed to be significant decline and a needed recovery or even a miracle to restore and enhance its entirety. It is clear that the lack of nature biodiversity itself in urban cities is a pressing concern that requires immediate action. Embracing biodiversity not only benefits the environment and wildlife, but also improves our quality of life and strengthens our communities. Thus, implementing appreciation to ecological serene to improve urban scenes. The utmost importance are the sensibilities about how each elements are integrated, creating a unique way of living. To furthermore improve significantly, the proposed design was a multi-layered plate and implementation of vertical gardens, not just to improve the capability of the site itself to absorb more heat, also increase the chance for environment to thrive and self-regulate, creating symbiosis. This creates also an opportunity to act as a barrier and also a filtration for regulating microclimate, such as winds that are come to contact with the infrastructure itself. The development to create significant value of the eco park, this parameter specifically was implemented to create justifiable design criteria for the design output. Appreciation, meaning taking inspiration, and cultural meaning, benefiting from the expression of nature, knowledge, and the purpose of a resource, scientific and also environmental monitoring of the site, products as sensible harvesting, and lastly, services to provide basic life support to the surrounding. Here are some of the view in axonometric angle from the infrastructure. The height of the design was proposed to windbreaker and give organic and new form to urban silhouette. A shaded plaza mimic the rainforest and the dynamic relations of trees while providing habitats and also shaded for the users and natural ecosystem to comfortably admire and walk through the space. The allocated space is about 35% properly. As a research center was implemented for the use of inside monitoring and flexible adjustment to the environment with the adjoining research facilities for further development. Eco exhibitions are used for the communities as an interactive to increase awareness and also give codes of conduct in eco parks. The allocated space is around 30%. To provide wide range of functions integrated into the design, product is implemented into each one of the module. The plants are used also as a resource of food, such as berries along the path, and ornamental such as flowers that are responsibly picked, help to maintain, and also the allocated area to have this function is about 50%. The design furthermore developed to have integrated functions act as a life support into each of the corresponding contexts to have specific impacts and its unique surrounding. Now we dive more into the allocated program. The first one is eco-research facilities with the percentage of 5% to be able to handle flooding, and also area-aware inundation management are implemented with a percentage of 10%. Vertical gardens are rethink as a stocking mechanism to accentuate a breathing structure through the city with a percentage of 45%. Eco exhibitions as system of permanent exhibits occurs in the site for community with a percentage of 5%. A flower meadow with all seasons blooming create sustainable relations with pollinators with a percentage of 20%, give or take. Viewing to observe nature or leisure are allocated to 15%. Here is the top view of our for the site plans with allocated programs that was explained. The ratio of the softscape with the hardscape are equivalent to about 70% to 30%. Here shows the relation of how nature is prioritized. The site systems used to furthermore increase the function and value of eco-parks such as water management, viewing points, habitat preservations and creations, and the use plants such as all year-round bloom. Here are some of the details of the infrastructure on the site. Here are some of the visualization of the use of the infrastructure. Firstly, our shared plaza create an opportunity for community to interact and appreciate and increase knowledge from infoports regarding the ecosystem and sustainable demonstration from the infrastructure. The wetland center is designed to be seasonal so that it could be more resilient to the unpredictable weather and to be used for a more active spot for communities. It changed into more contemplative state, creating a serene look of a pond or a lake and providing a sitting area to watch and enjoy the beauty of green and blue elements while also acting beneficial for bioretention using swales. It changed into more contemplative state, creating a serene, it is exhibitions that are implemented on the site, used for the communities to have a more knowledgeable aspect from ecological point of view and increase more knowledge for the communities. This is some of the information about the river revitalization are designed with the use of the mechanism of natural system of phytoremediation in hopes of bring back the river to be a wildlife eco corridor. Here is the visual of the Eco Research Center with the natural daylighting and access to be for the natural elements on the site to be monitored intensely. And here is the last visualization about the particle garden that acts for also the commerce walkway and also viewing points and responsible way to have a sensible connection with the natures and also the human built environments. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. The next session will be question and answer session with the judges for 20 minutes.
Okay, maybe I'm first. We know that eco park also needs maintenance. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Eco park also needs maintenance. What kind of environmentally friendly maintenance that you proposed?
First of all, regarding about the system of the maintenance, we try to implement the research facilities for most, but the materials that we are trying to use is an easy way module to make it so it makes it easier to dismantle to adjust in the future development. So we try to use some of steel and also ACP on the materials composite panel, so it can use to as a recycled material. And the monitoring from the research facilities to able to help intensely monitor the surrounding environment more frequently.
Okay, thank you.
I suppose now it's my turn. Well, first of all, thank you for the wonderful presentation, wonderful slides, I should say. A couple of questions that I have is one, do you have a before and after? You know, before we design, we usually have what we call a baseline. So, for instance, how many water that we can collect, what is the shade situation after the design is implemented, things like that. That's the first one. The second one is, if you have one more day for preparation before submission, what aspect of your submission that you want to enhance? That's two questions from me.
I'm sorry, I am kind of lost from the first question. Can you specify a little bit more?
All right. So I want to know if you have calculate before and after the design, the baseline compared with the design output. For instance, if the original site has ability to collect, let's say, 10 liters of water, rainwater, after your design, will it become 100 liters? So baseline versus the design data, data baseline versus design, before and after. So what I would like to know is, I would like to see what is the actual impact of this eco design thing that you just presented.
Okay, we are not prepared to correlate it, the numbers yet. We are not calculating the numbers specifically, but we are just trying to have this system in place to actually try to improve from precedents such as the filtration use and also the water management. But the number we have not calculated yet, but maybe my friends can have some input from that maybe later on. And probably the second one, if we have one day more to improve the design, is probably the trail network, and also the experience could be a little bit more tight knit and more designs in a way to create more sequential, and also the accessibility increased by more users.
Adding more information for the first questions. Maybe what we think is with the site is being somewhat planned as a spatial plan before, with only a ground level trees planting, with a more elevated, somewhat like this jungle, it will make a more planted more trees, planted more biodiverse activity ecosystem that is built on the site, which is a much more greater than what the existing look like right now. The existing wasn't even built a trees or even a grass. That is only ground with a sand on the ground, and that's it. That's a super untouched thing that we try to make an idea of it. I think that's the more information about the site.
From the first look, it complements and increase the biodiversity and also the usage of the site.
All right, so I think that the first question, I think, is answered pretty well. But I believe if you could provide more info on that, that would increase your the value of your design. Well, I'm not talking about the presentation today. Yeah, I'm talking about when we actually make a design. If we can provide some indicators that will be would increase, would be better for us to talk to our clients. That's a selling point. So yeah, I think that's enough. Thank you for your answer. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, is there any more question from the judges?
No, I think it's enough.
I don't have more questions.
Are we
For me, is enough.
Okay, thank you for your presentation and the judges for the questions. The next one is participant number H22. Please get ready and share your presentation board.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, judges and all friends. We are from the H22 team. My name is Amelia Rizky and my partner is Baya Arfia. We want to present our design research regarding Jali Eco Park. Before we start, I apologize if my speech pronunciation is difficult to understand because my English is not fluent. All right. Jakartaku Park is the redesign of interior triangle park. Site is in East Jakarta at Komodo Halim Perdana Kusuma Street, number 7, Kebonpala District. We chose this area because we saw the potential in this site. The site is a just design applied to create or fulfill the function of an urban eco park, which is expected to overcome problems such as air pollution and provide of green open space in the city. Next is analysis. For the hydrological analysis, we can see that the site has several runoff points and drainage along the west and east side. In the microclimate analysis, the wind blows from east to west, and the temperature in the central area is hot, unlike the edges area that feel cool. And this is the symbol of noise. Noise occurs on each side of the area because it's flanked by 3 main highways. Next is circulation analysis. There are 2 lanes on the north and west of the site and 1 lane on the east side. Next is the analysis vegetation. The edges of the site has a lot of trees, but there's no windbreakers or noise damper vegetation. While in the middle area, there's no shade vegetation. Next is land use analysis. We can see that the red site is surrounded by several areas: government, trading, industrial areas, and wetlands. From analysis above, we conclude the SWOT analysis that this site strength is that have many trees on the each side, making feel cool, and the opportunity is that located in the middle of city, but this also have weakness and threats. The weakness is that there is no shade vegetation in the middle of site, and there are several runoff points. And the threat of the site is closed water runoff will cause puddles, and on the threat and damage the paving. Also, the middle area is feel hot. Our design goals are: we want to create sustainable design that can reduce runoff and increase the water absorption, provide of green open space in the city, and support low carbon transportation system in the city. The design strategy that we use to achieve these goals is micromobility, choosing vegetation to reduce air pollution, rainwater harvesting or bioretention, and more for soundscape area. Then we get to the basic concept. In our space division design for Jakartaku Park, we use the basic concept for the 5 human sense. Several rooms are categories based on smell, hearing, sight, touch, and taste. And the transformation of shape comes from cultural song from Jakarta or Betawi. It's named Jali Jali, which is also planned. This shape also describes the culture of Jakarta, which can be seen in this park. Next is concept development of Jakartaku Park. So the Jakartaku Park space concept is divided into bicycle parking, jogging track, main entrance, pedestrian, food court, playground, green space, communal area, sport area, and hill space. And this is the circulation concept development. The red one is for bicycle circulation, the blue one for pedestrian circulation, and yellow is for trade circulation. And this is the vegetation concept development. There are grass area and vegetation reduce air pollution, shade vegetation, windbreaker vegetation, and decorative plant.
There is a main entrance, gate, a bicycle parking, pedestrian area, playground, sport area, communal area, bridge, jogging track, hiking space, food court, and also a rain garden. And the size of the jogging track uses the standard size, which is 1.2 meters, filed of 18 meters by 9 meters is facilitated for the sport area. The bicycle parking shelter measures 4.2 meters by 2.5 meters, accommodating 6 bikes. There are 16 bicycle parking shelters with a total capacity 96 bikes that can be adjusted. And then we use a minimum standard size of 1.5 for rain garden width. Next, for our type of vegetation, we divide them into first is vegetation that can reduce air pollution according to research that prove to be mahogany, Lagerostromia, Pterocarpus indicus, and Aleocarpus, and also acacia. Then selecting trees in the communal area absorbing pollution can also attract birds as a support for the basic concept of the human sense of touch. Of the human sense of hearing. It's mahogany and rosanna trees from the research. And then for there are windbreaker trees such as sorry. Okay. And then for the windbreaker trees, we use Casuarina and also Terminalia. And for the decorative plants, such as marigold, turners, and corn marigolds. For the rain garden plants, we use canna lily, lavenders, and Chinese spring flower, moss rose, and also lantana. That can reduce water discharge runoff and filter the turbidity of the water runoff. And for green roof plants such as a buckbean and Likuan Yu support the basic concept of the human sense of touch. For the hardscape materials, we use rubber mats for pile, jogging tracks, playground areas, and we also use paving and tile for pedestrian circulation. And this is the section. This is the A section for the A line section and B section for the B line section in scale 400. Next, this is the design ecological value of our design. The first benefit of this bioretention rain garden system is that it gathers rainwater rather than letting it run off and soak into the ground, increasing the soil quality. The plants filter the runoff. And the second, due to the lack of water absorption regions, green roof retain rainwater in household areas and draw heat from the air through evapotranspiration. Additionally, trees have been shown through scientific research to absorb pollutants, particularly CO gas, because they will utilize them for photosynthesis. And the next, this is perspective drawing, such as healing space, pedestrian, rain garden, parking area, main entrance, and communal sport area. Next is our landscape detail drawing of the rain garden. So the depth of the rain garden is 60 centimeters with a soil rain garden of 30 centimeter, mulch of 5 centimeters, and pounding depth of 30 centimeters, 5 diameters in 2 inches. That all. Finally, that's all for our presenting design. Thank you all for attention.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. The next session will be question and answer session with the judges for 20 minutes.
Okay, maybe Mas Rahman first.
Hi, sorry. Bu Celia, can I ask first?
Yes, you can ask first.
Okay, thank you. So the second presenter, yeah, the second one. Question number one: what do you think is your strength in this design? That make us have to choose you as a winner. That's question number one. Question number two, it's again the same question as the first contestant. Yeah, if you have one more day, what would you do?
Okay, I will answer the first question. Is what do you think the strength in this design? Well, our design is have a design ecological value that we make. First is we have a method to collects rainwater, then filters the runoff through the plants rather than allowing to run off. So this runoff, rain garden will make increase soil quality is the first value, and the second one that we use method for green roof to remove heat from the air through for transportation, then absorb and converts rainwater in the semantic area due to the lack of water absorption. That's the answer for first question, and the answer for second question is if we have 1 day to finish this design, maybe we think about more about painting type, because we think that our choose type of vegetation is not maximal yet. That's the answer.
Is that all? Is
That's
that all the answers?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. One, well, answer for question number one. Yeah, at some degree, I can. I can agree with that. At some degree, yeah. However, there should be more. For the second answer, this is just a criticism. Yeah, this is criticism which hopefully can be used for the next competition. If I have one more day, what would you do, right? Not exactly the answer that I'm looking for, because what I can see from here is you have already very focused on what you are very focused with what would you like to do if you have another day. I'm looking for the graphic issue, basically. If you have another day, if you can do enhance the graphics, that would be good. Yeah, I think that's all my questions. Yeah, thank you. Good luck.
Okay. I think this a good design, yeah. But I want to ask you, do you have supporting data about runoff? Because one of the weakness of your site is the runoff is quite many, yeah, quite much. And then if we look the design of that design that you make, is quite a lot of pavement. Now, what do you consideration about that? Is the question, do you can hear my question?
Yes, I can hear a question to the participant. Do you hear it?
Yes. 1 second. For data of runoff, we don't have table scientists about it, but we know this area have a runoff point because we saw it.
Okay, what your consideration about a lot of payment that in your design to apa ya to consideration about the runoff that you had seen. Is that a consideration about how you consider about the choice of pavement or what?
Saya mau mengambil bidang maintenance ketika itu, yang saya pikirkan adalah maintenance itu berkelanjutan sehingga pemasukan lebih stabil gitu. Jadi kan kalau proyek kan setelah proyek selesai kita cari proyek lain. Kalau maintenance kan stabil berkelanjutan sehingga ayo kita ambil proyek maintenance kayak itu. Saya berpikirnya seperti itu. Terus targetnya siapa nih gitu.
Is there something wrong about the voice?
Market.
Okay, there is a consideration about the chosen of the pavement.
For the consideration, for that is we choose we choose use the rain garden in this our design.
Okay, perhaps for next you can have a sporting data about runoff that can be complete the design more success. Okay, thank you.
Okay, is there any more question from the judges?
For me, no.
May I?
Yes, Mrs. Anggia.
Okay, is Rahman done?
Rahman is done.
It's done. Okay,
I'm
so
done. I'm done.
Okay, I'm sorry, I just joined. I'm afraid that my question is already asking by you or Ibu Silly. So my question is about the microclimate analysis. Can you explain to me about the microclimate analysis? I saw that you already make it here, and then the solution. What did you do for this area or for this matter about the microclimate analysis, and then what solution? Please explain it to us. Thank you.
Okay, for microclimate analysis, the wind has wind blows from east to west, so we planting vegetation to windbreaker vegetation in this area. So when wind blows into the side, the wind will the vegetation will break the wind, so it make wind is not really strong blows in this side. That's the first. And second one is there are in the edges area of the side is cool, but there's no and the middle area is hot because there's no vegetation of shade. So we planting the shade vegetation such as mahogany, Legosterium, Petrocarpus, and Acacia. That's the answer.
Okay. Okay, are you guys from the landscape architect student or architect student? Oh, I mean, what's your major?
Our major is architect student.
Oh,
Landscape architect.
you landscape architect. Okay. Just for your information, this krepal metal is not so really big in Indonesia. You know, if you use it's kind of like shrubs in Indonesia for the krepal metal. Okay. I agree for your gonna planting for the mahogany for the windbreak is okay, but then you have to think about that again, yeah. But because the Lagrasromia, the same name with the other one, you know, the big one, the spaciosa one. Yep. Okay, that one. And you're still using the Pterocarpus indicus, it's okay, something like that. And then can you also explain to us about the why do you know about the lavender?
We use the lavender because can I answer it in bahasa?
Yes. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yes, I can accept that.
Jadi kami memakai tanaman lavender ini karena dari hasil research studi literatur kami itu rain garden ini tuh dapat menyebabkan terjadinya banyak nyamuk gitu Bu. Makanya kami memakai sebuah metode dari penelitian itu dengan menumbuhkan sebuah tanaman yang dapat istilahnya mengurangi adanya nyamuk gitu Bu. Jadi sebenarnya tuh ada beberapa metode untuk mengurangi terjadinya nyamuk di rain garden ini. Contohnya kayak seperti memakai klam, dipakaikan kain penyaring atau yang lainnya. Tapi kami memilih dengan menumbuhkan bunga lavender ini agar bisa menanggulangi masalah nyamuk tersebut Ibu. Seperti itu.
Okay. All right. Did you guys check it that the lavender can grow in the rain garden? Okay. Good if you can do the research, you know, that the first lavender cannot grow really in the tropical country. And second one is lavender can stay in the rain garden. I'm not so sure about that. Check it again. Okay. Right. Okay. Please explain to me how many gate do you make here?
Gate. There's two gates.
Two gates.
Main gate in the north area, and there's a gate for trade circulation, and this is for pedestrian circulation in here. There's gate.
So almost total 4 gate, 4 entrance, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, tell me about the green roof plants that you choose.
Sorry?
Green roof. Okay, which part of green roof that you make it? Oh, that area. Okay, right.
Okay. Green roof area is located at bicycle parking in here. So bicycle parking is a bicycle parking shelter. Use the green roof over here. So we use the green roof for bicycle parking in here and here.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. right? That's the consideration. I don't see where you put the name of the Vernonia in this shelter. You have?
Sorry.
I don't see where you planting the Vernonia in your green roof.
Oh yeah, that's the mistaken.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Right. Okay, that's enough from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Anggia. Are there any more questions from the judges regarding the presentation today?
Yes, one more question for the team, not only for the one of the member. I believe this is the team, right? Okay, for all the team members, I'm asking is what you feel yourself if you have a kind of the design like this. Will you come and visit, or any other that would you like to add or to reduce from the facility here, or any convenient you feel when you visit this garden? For the whole team. Is it a team or only one person?
It's team book.
Team, okay. No, anybody can answer me in bahasa, never mind.
Can you repeat the question, ma'am?
Okay, okay. As a team, okay, this is your design. When finally like this, your concept. Any other that you feel something that you want to fulfill for the facility, or even you feel regret that I should not do that, you know, which part from this area, from this concept that you can be very proud? Please explain to us.
I answer in bahasa. Maybe kalau dibilang untuk ada yang disesalkan dalam pemilihan metode dari desain kami itu, menurut kami itu tidak ada sejauh ini, Bu, karena kami mengconsidering semua metode yang kami gunakan ini sudah sesuai dengan apa yang kami tahu dan apa yang kami research seperti itu.
Okay. Any other yang mau ditambahkan? I mean, if ada cukup waktu, ada tambahan, ada yang something that you're gonna adding in this design?
Untuk hal yang ingin ditambahkan pada desain ini mungkin dari bangunan seperti toilet gitu, Bu.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, done for me.
Yeah, excuse me, judges, the participant, the time for your presentation is up. We have to move on to the next participant. Yeah, thank you for your presentation. And the judges for the questions. The next one is participant number 8. Please get ready and share your presentation board.
Okay, good morning, judges, committee members, and fellow participants. We from H08 Group are pleased to present our urban eco-park design called Sustainopia. Sustainopia, or Sustainable Utopia, is an urban eco-park design of ours that concerns on natural water sustainability and the lives of local animals, along with the well-being of the community. Sustainopia's goal is to harmonize human activities with environmental preservation for thriving communities and future generations. One of the most important part of a design is to know whom the design is assigned for. So Sustainopia mainly aims to involve people of all ages, including animals. People will be able to enjoy the beauty of urban nature, along with having interactions with other natural elements such as plants and animals. By incorporating people, pets, and wild animals in the same space, we are able to create and support biodiversity in today's urban environment. Sustainopia has the area of 2,294 square meters that's spread among the densely populated residential area of Jalan Alam Segar, Kebayoran Baru. From the diagram, we can see that the sun rises from the right part of the site to the left. The site can be accessed from 3 different parts, from the north, west, and south. The area around the site does not contain much of vegetations. The greenery around the site only provided by trees and few small plants from the residents' houses. The site is also surrounded by mostly buildings, and those buildings are residential and few commercials. We chose this location for Sustainopia mainly to provide greenery that is close to the commercial area that causes pollution, and because there are rarely usable green open space around the area. And also, as seen in the diagram, the area of the site is also dominated by buildings and road pavements with very few vegetation. In designing Sustainopia, we must first determine the prevailing issue within the site context. Some of them being the small number of urban green space within the area of the site, because the area is dominated by buildings, and the inconvenience caused by mosquitoes, possibly because of unprocessed water puddles, especially during rainy season. There are also minimal social interactions among the neighbors due to the discomfort in doing outdoor activities, and only small number to none of pet-friendly parks around the area. Sustainopia's main goal is to respond to the discussed urban issues that may cause discomfort to the community, including elements of nature. The specified goals are to provide outdoor comfort for the community to be in, create natural water sustainability to raise awareness of natural resource management, and therefore enhancing the community relationship.
Okay, for the next one, from the issue and the goals that have been described by my friend before, there are 3 concepts and their strategies to help to create a better living environment. So the first concept is sustainable nature. And to achieve this, we can incorporate diverse plant species, implement a water management system, and provide habitats for urban wildlife. And our strategies to enhance this concept are using natural mosquito repellent plants and adopting a rainwater harvesting system. And the collected rainwater is used for recycling and watering plants, reducing our reliance on external water sources. And the second concept is a sense of community that is essential for a living complex. And we can achieve this by creating an environment where residents can interact, unwind, maintain personal growth while embracing environment sustainability. And the two strategies to evoke these concepts are providing communal areas for developing connection among residents and creating pet-friendly area that encourage bonding over shared love for animals. And the last concept that we have is physical well-being that is crucial for a healthy lifestyle. And also sport facilities plays a significant role too in promoting exercise and fitness. So we came up with the 2 strategies that are the establishment of a jogging track, providing residents with a dedicated space for running and staying active. And the last one is creating a fitness ground that offers various exercise options catering to different fitness needs.
Sustainopia also consists of a various number of plants and trees. Each type of vegetation has its own purposes in providing comfort for the habitants, such as mosquito repellent plants and trees to provide shading for the park from the blistering sun. Aside of that, there are also bushes along the park to mark the territory of the park, giving the feeling of security. The green area of grass offers the lushness of nature and provides a perfect spot for picnics and outdoor leisure activities. And then the circulation has a curved and circular pathway that leads to human circulation within the park. The shape offers exciting routes, connecting people with nature in every turn and giving the all-around experience for those at the park to bring out more of the togetherness between the visitors. The purpose of the zoning in the park is to make focus in each activities held at the park itself. Zoning also provides safety and comfort for the visitors, including animals when doing their activities. For example, the pets playing in the pet park will not meddle with people doing fitness activities at the fitness ground.
Okay, moving on to the next drawing. So here's the site plan that shows the whole area of Sustainopia. There are from the drawing we can see that there are three main area: fitness ground and on the left, and then the communal area at the center of the site, and then pet friendly area at the right side, equipped with sitting areas beside them. And additionally, there is a service area at the bottom right corner. If you can see in the site plan, we have like small circle, yeah. And you can also see that the green area serves a functional purpose as a small park with bicycle parking that's suitable for, and it's also suitable for picnics and relaxation as well. And for the next drawing, we have a bird's eye view perspective that provides a clearer division of the three main areas that I mentioned before and the green area as well. And moving on to our section, so we have two sections. Okay, starting from the cross section, we can see that there are communal and rainwater harvesting area, along with vegetation and animal mapping. So for the vegetation, we have three categories of flowers. There are lavender, chrysanthemums, and geraniums, and additionally, there are bushes such as golden euonymus and EVH. And then we also have trees, including jacaranda, both blue and pink varieties of trees, and the last one is pine trees. And for example, the flowers in the communal area are specifically cultivated with lavender and chrysanthemums, which attract butterflies and bugs for pollinating the flowers. And there's also, we also have pond to support fish. And then moving on to longitudinal section, we can also observe the fitness ground and pet-friendly areas surrounded by geranium flowers and trees. And this area supports pets like dogs, cats, and attracts butterflies, bugs for pollination, and we can attract birds as well. And to provide a clearer understanding, let's take a look to rendered image below. So this area on the left includes a pet-friendly zone with play facilities and seating for pet owners. And in the second rendered image, there's a communal space showcasing rainwater harvesting and a central pond surrounded by a mosquito repellent plants garden. And lastly, you will find a fitness ground side by side to a bicycle parking area and a picnic spot. Okay, and then the next one is about rainwater harvesting. So as you can see from the drawing, we have 5 rainwater harvesting, and for the, so there are 4 rainwater catchment that are 3 meters wide, and the other one is 5 meters wide. And so how much rainwater can be obtained? So as you can see from the calculation, in the month with the highest rainfall, which is January in Jakarta, with approximately 290 millimeters, we can collect an average of 13,893.9 liters. And on the other hand, in the month with the least rainfall, which is in August, with 48 millimeters, we can collect like 2,299.6 liters in 1 month. And now let's take a look closer to our rainwater harvesting and communal area detail. So on the left, there's a stone paved pedestrian pathway with under-drained pipes for drainage purposes underneath the layers of soil. And next to it, we have a small garden with chrysanthemums and lavender side by side with a fish pond lined with stone cladding on a concrete base. And then the rainwater harvesting structure features a 50 millimeters wooden die grid column connected with metal bracket to the concrete, and 5 millimeters tinted acrylic is fastened to the concrete below using nuts and bolts connection. And there's also a little detail that shows the installation of acrylic to the wooden structure using 40 millimeter screw. And additional information about the rainwater system. So we use PVC pipes of 150 millimeters to distribute rainwater for underground collection, and the structure itself is supported by a pile cap foundation. So in conclusion, Sustainopia represents our vision for sustainable and thriving future by integrating nature, developing community, and prioritizing human well-being. So that is all from us. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. The next session will be question and answer session with the judges for 20 minutes.
Bu Murni, if you would like to have a first turn. What is that? Hello.
Sorry, it was him. I'm sorry, mute. I'm talking alone. Okay, right. So
Okay.
in my opinion, your rainfall is only using the water from the rain for the pond. Is it only that one or any other purpose for the rain that you're gonna catch and then you will for reuse? Please explain to me.
Oh, okay. So actually, the pond is not collect the rainwater. So the rainwater that we collect is only from the thingy that looks like an umbrella.
Yes.
As
And
you
then
can see
what
from
you're
the
gonna
picture.
use for? After you collect, and then what you gonna use for?
We were gonna use the rainwater for watering the garden. And
Did you make
actually,
a
there's
calculation of the garden area, how many liter they need every day?
There's additional information. So we're not only from the umbrella. So there's actually a little pipes under the layers of soil from the details. So we have like perforated under drain pipes, so it catch the rainwater too from the pavement. So we use the peta boleh kalau sedikit, Mbak?
Okay, one by one. Okay, one by one.
So we use some paving, and so the rainwater can go down and can be collected from using the perforated underground pipes, and then it will comes to the underground rainwater storage too.
Yes, one question. Yeah. Okay, let's start from the beginning. First, my question, I saw you and the team calculate the rainwater harvesting. You may harvest from the umbrella area, something like that. What you call that, I don't know, but I can highly appreciate that you make like that. My question is, after you calculate the rainwater that you can catch it, and how many did you make a calculation for the watering of the garden, of the park? How many liter you need for the watering?
We have not specifically calculated the needs.
So the water, okay, understood. So you didn't make a calculation how many liter your garden or your park will need to watering, to be water, right? But you have the calculation. So the calculation that you make it, that you catch that from your umbrella or your canopy, something like that, what will you use for that? From that calculation, what will you use? I saw that how many 1,000 liter, something like that.
Oh, we use that for watering the garden and also for.
Okay, so you use for watering, but you didn't calculate how many liter the watering. Oh, right? Right? Okay.
Yes.
After from that umbrella, where the water goes then?
From
You
the
have the
details,
tank or something like that?
From the details, we have underground water, rainwater storage collection. Yeah.
Underground rainwater collection. Oh, okay. Underground rainwater collection. But you didn't make a calculation also for how big that one, the diameter, I mean the dimension of the underground rainwater collection. And then did you put the system also there? And for the filter, for the some of like a dust or something coming with the rain? No system. Yeah. Okay, but the idea to collect the rainwater, I really appreciate for that. Yeah, thank you very much. But then another question about the how big the hardscape you make compare for the green area for the softscape. Did you make calculation for that?
Kenapa tadi buat format perawatan seperti yang tadi saya paparkan agar ketika saya berbicara ke pemerintah.
We have not made specified calculations of the
How many meters
ratio,
square
yeah,
hardscape?
of the ratio of the hardscape and the
Softscape.
green area. Yeah, we have not made a specified calculation about the area, but I can explain the diameter of the hardscape from the
If I can see from the side plan now,
Yeah.
from the side compare is bigger the hardscape rather than the soft area, right?
It is true, and it's actually the ratio is probably like 65 to 35, comparing the hardscape to the softscape, and also this part is also a softscape actually, so it's not that dominant, but maybe yes, the hardscape is still dominating rather than the softscape itself.
Okay, yeah, right. And then how the bicycle coming to the area, to the parking area? Okay, let's say they make a circle, and then how they going to the parking area?
So we actually left some
I saw number 9
openings.
is
Yes,
parking
yeah,
area.
some openings right here and right here, also here, so that the bicycle can come through from the entrance to the pavement and then go straight towards these openings to
Yeah.
be parked at the parking spot.
Parking spot, it mean in the grass.
Yes.
Why you make it in the grass? Okay, never mind. Thank you. Okay, are you guys from landscape architect or architect?
We are from architecture.
You're from architecture. Okay, just information for you. You are good already choose some quite a good plan. But then let me inform you that chrysanthemum is a high maintenance. It's not considered for the park or garden for the public area. And chrysanthemum is also like a seasonal. They need every 3 months or 4 months something. They have to regrow again. Right, and then since you use also jacaranda, some of the area, especially for the tropical, jacaranda is not so really have a blooming like in the 4 seasonal countries. Okay, there's a question from me. Thank you. Appreciate for the team, Sustainopia. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, maybe I'm first.
Yes, please.
Okay, continuing about the question from Mrs. Anggia. Do you have any consideration about the choosing about the pavement that you use regarding about the eco park that you make?
Yeah, so Rata, can you move on to the details? So for the pavement, we use cobblestone. So this cobblestone, if it looks like so in the forest there's like a sand, so the rainwater can go into the under the stone paving, so that it has permeability to the ether to come through, so that the rainwater is not Rata, maybe you can help me.
Okay, so the consideration of the pavements choice is that we use cobblestones because cobblestones has permeability, like it is porous because the stones are not so much close to each other, so that it still have like soil or the sands between it, so that the water can seep through the soil or the water between the stones, so that it can be
So that the water
is
can be
absorbed by
collected.
the perforated under rain pipes to be collected to the underground rainwater collection.
Okay, so you have a consideration about that, yeah? The question and the next question is not question, just a suggestion, yeah? If you fulfilled in the pond, there is animal, fish. Is that a consideration about the maintenance about that?
For the maintenance of the pond itself, maybe it's still conventional, so that we still need the help of a people, maybe of the community, to also help in taking care of the water pond, to bring out the sense of community and the maybe rasa kepedulian of the community to also hand in hand help maintaining the park itself.
Okay, maybe you can consider it next. Thank you from me. Is that
Right now, well, I don't really have a questions for this sustainable. Yeah, that's hard to say. Anyway, this is just a commentary, yeah. So if we are talking about eco park, so basically it's not only for the site itself, not only for the community adjusted to the site itself, but the impact should also be to the wider area. I can see your if you can go to the first panel, you show like a context of the site to the surrounding area. Left hand side, I believe. Yeah, that's the one. So if you, well, this is just a note if you are going to compete again on the next competition, yeah. So your green patch that you design should also connect to the other green area. So if you can show the connections between one green area to your green area and to another green area, then we can call a full eco park. Yeah. So the benefit of eco park is not only can be used by the local community, but also from the wider, let's say, city scale even. Yeah. So I think that's just my little note, my 2 cents for the next sort of event that you may want to join. That's all from me. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, is there any more questions from the judges? If no, if there's no more questions, we will move on to the next participant. Thank you for presentation, participants number 8. Now it's time for participants number 34. Please get ready and share your presentation board.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. It's an honor for us to be here to present our design in Hijau Jakartaku Student Design Competition. Before we begin to our presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Waudani Saptri Zulfikar, and my teammates Chatri Armida Mulyani and Elgimila Hafiza. First of all, let me show you about our video about our design. Enjoy. Okay, I want to ask a question first. Don't you realize that the air is getting hot lately and we're getting uncomfortable being outside? Because of it, we designed Kamania to solve that problem. Kamania means beautiful. Kamania is inspired by the squirrel's way of life. And why must be squirrel? Because squirrel is never give up if they want to get something. And we aim to visitors to experience this eco park not hastily, but by strolling around the ram to behold the splendid view of Kamania. The site is located in Block 7 Sarijadi in Bandung City, West Java, and it has an area of 0.2 hectare with a width of 35 meter and a length of 58 meter. The site is an expansive open space comprising field, playground, and versatile building designed to cater to various activities of the surrounding community, including exercising, playing, and hosting community events. When through analysis of the site, we have discerned that overall quality of this public space falls short of our expectation. And one noticeable concern is the lack of green space in the immediate vicinity of the site.
We want Kamania can still accommodate the people's activity, but also we want to upgrade this area, especially in green space. So we highlight 3 activities on this site. There are community activity, playing, and exercising. And we have an idea for the visitors to get more experience to walk around and enjoy the beauty of Kamania. But we should remember, we aim to make the site greener, so we decided to minimize the hardscape that stuck directly to the ground. Because of that, we make a Pilates concept for playground and pedestrian circulation on the site. For the material, we use bamboo as the main materials because it's eco-friendly and many are found in Bandung. And also, we use another material like wood, metal, and pour concrete. This is the site plan. Number 1, we built bicycle parking so people can ride a bike for going here. And number 2, we have amphitheater for parents who want to wait for their children to play. And then number 3, we redesign mixed-use building for community activities like posyandu, posbindu, and meeting. Number 4, we have a Pilates playground for children to play, of course. And number 5, the field is used by people for doing exercise. And the last one, number 6, is a Pilates pedestrian circulation so people can spend time here to walk, look around, and enjoy the atmosphere here. In the section drawing, we can see the different elevation of the ground. To respond it, we made amphitheater so it's gonna be useful for people. As you can see, the playground and circulation pedestrian are Pilates. As mentioned earlier, we made Pilates because to minimize the use of hardscape and make the site greener than before. So the activities that can do in Kamania are sit, community, play, walk, and sport.
And this is the perspective and detailed drawing. The biggest perspective is showing everything inside here. As you can see, there are activities that can do here like sitting on the amphitheater, playing, walking, and doing exercise. And this is the ecological value of this site. The ecological value of this site is truly captivating as we have taken deliberate steps to invite and preserve various habitats through strategic plans. Divided into 3 district levels, top, middle, and bottom, each zone serves a specific purpose in preserving the local ecosystem. At the top level, we have careful select of fruiting and shade tree that not only provide valuable shade, but also serve as sanctuaries for herbivore animals like squirrels, birds, and other herbivores. The lush vegetation and abundant fruiting-bearing trees create a haven for these creatures, ensuring their habitat remains protected and flourishing. Moving to the middle level, we have adorned the area with delightful array with flowering plants. These vibrant blooms act as irresistible invitation to insects and encouraging a diverse range of species to call this place home. Furthermore, we have truthfully incorporated pedestrian pathway within the section, allowing visitors to explore and admire a beauty of Kamania from above while also safeguarding the delicate grace and shrub beneath. Lastly, the bottom level is dedicated to preserving and nurturing the ground of the grass and shrub. This space serves as sanctuary for various small animals, including frogs, rabbits, and other small animals. By maintaining this ecosystem integrity, we ensure that the harmonious coexistence between flora and fauna thrive in the enchanting haven. Through this thoughtful and well-designed approach, we aspire to create an ecological paradise not only for captivated visitors but also acts as nurturing sanctuary for a diverse range of life that calls this site home. We hope Kamania Eco Park not only present beauty but can overcome the problem around it.
Well, that's it. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. The next session will be question and answer session with the judges for 20 minutes.
May I ask the first question, yeah, to Murni dan to Sidia?
Please do.
Guys, do you have any rough calculations on how much this eco park will cost?
So we don't have any calculation of it.
Sorry, I lost you there. Can you say that again?
Can you repeat the questions?
Hello? Perhaps it's my bad connection, but I cannot really hear the answer.
I'm sorry, Mister. Can you repeat the question?
Oh, okay. Do you have any preliminary calculations on how much this eco park will cost us to build? So how much is the cost to build this eco park? That's the question. Do Do you have a rough calculation on that when you design this?
We don't have any calculation, Mr.
Oh, all right. Okay, that's fine. For our notes, yeah. If we build something, if we design something, we also need to take account of how much it may cost, because that's what the client will ask first. If it is too high, or if it is too well, if it is too high, or if it is too low, then there might be some further questions. Yeah. All right. The second question is, if this eco park is built, what do you think is the parameter? So, what is the parameter to say that this eco park will work at 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 at, uh, at its best? Whether it's the planting, whether it's the, I don't know, what is that? What is the parameter to for us to say that this eco park is working?
Okay, we do have analyzed to decide, and decide is before we did this, decide is consisting field, and it's many children in there, and we believe that this eco park will full of children around there.
Because this site is across to the elementary school, so it's gonna be crowded for crowded children.
Okay, so it's a playground then, not an eco park. Anything eco that will be a parameter of a successful park that happen to be here in your design.
I think we also serve more animal habitats around there, like a bird, insects, or anything. And also because the quality of the public space is upgraded, there are more activities that can do at Kamania.
All right, yeah, that's the answer that I'm looking for. Thank you, Bu Silia or Bu Murni.
Okay.
I've done my question. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I want to ask you. This is good design, but do you have consideration about the maintenance, about how you maintenance this park? Because the material that you use is mostly like wood, is not apa ya, resistant about with the weather. How do you explain about that? Do you can hear my question? Okay, thank you.
I think for the maintenance, it depends for public, because the site is around the settlement. So maintenance, I think it depends for public, like once a week. For the plants, because it's bundled with our plants, making it easier for us to maintain this eco park. And also we put automatic sprayer on some part like in the pedestrian circulation, terrace, and shrub.
Okay, this is if you build the park, something that you build, you have to consider how to make that you build can be continuously functional. That's the consideration that we have to make. Because if we build something, then 1 or 2 years again that the park is not useful, is like apa ya? Useless money gitu, that you make gitu ya. So my suggestion, you have to more consideration about how to choose the material. This is good. This is a good design, but you have to consider about what you have to build and how to maintain that you build. Okay, that's for me.
Thanks.
Mrs. Anggia, perhaps?
Yes, my turn now?
Yes.
Okay, right, okay. My question now is with your Pilates design, something like this. Show me the area that of the disabled people they can go through. Because some parts, is it disabled friendly or not of your Pilates design?
It's disabled friendly, Miss, and we have ramp in front of the eco park, so it's can use for the disabled people.
I think in this here.
The video stop ya? Okay. Okay, better not the video. Show me the site plan. Yeah, one of the area, if you can show it to me, dia stop somewhere. I can see that the wheelchair cannot go through to the flying fly or not flying to the is it what you call that, the bridge or something like that?
We call it ramp.
Ramp. Okay, there is some point in the ramp that I don't think that disabled people can go through. Show it to me. As I saw some is a different level. I saw from the site plan. Can?
So disabled can enter to the eco park with the ramp around the front
wheelchair.
of
With the wheelchair.
Yeah,
They can
and
go around. Then
yeah,
can go full circle.
yeah, because we built that in 120 centimeter.
Okay, so move a little bit your drawing to the left side, my position. A bit detail. Because, yeah, more. It's somewhere here or where? Okay, not here. Nah, okay, here. I don't know where is my annotated, yeah. Few option. No, I can, okay, my annotated. somewhere here. How the people can go here? How the disabled people can go here? Can you explain to me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
We can. I will forget about the stair around there, and it has 20 centimeters, and yeah, we
I
forget
mean, the
about.
disabled people, they can go here for the, did you see my marking here?
Yeah, disabled people can go there, but with help from their friend, maybe can.
So it means the wheelchair cannot go up there.
Yeah.
That's what my question, you know, because in Japan, if you make a design like this, you have to explain from the beginning, because you call that there's a for the facility, some part that usually disabled people can go to up there. Otherwise, you have to explain from the beginning. Yeah. Okay. And my question, another question is, I'm for the habitat and for the animal or something like that. It's a good point from you, but then what is the plant that you choose for the fruiting plant, something like that? Can you more to detail to me? The varieties of the plants.
So the fruiting plants that we use is like mango tree, guava tree, and cherry tree. But wild cherry tree is scarce in Indonesia.
Okay. I can understand about the cherry tree, but for the mango tree and the others, how can you avoid that from the people, something like that? How? Who first? People first or the herbivore first?
It's for herbivore, like a bird or anything animal that herbivore.
So the mango is for the herbivore.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. So you preserve the habitats for the insect. Can you explain to me kind of the plants?
The plants, it's
Can you
like
show it change the presentation? I mean the slideshow in the presentation. No, you can move to the plant that you choose for the flowering plants.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
We don't have any panels. The flower or trees can we use, but we have the list of the miss.
So we don't have any on the panel, but before design it, we list the plant that we will to use. So the flowering plant, we use asoka and pucuk merah in Indonesian.
And also we use flamboyant, monkey pot, and pinus, and also bamboo around the site.
Okay, so there is no details for the flowering plant that can invite the insect coming?
Yeah, it's not, we haven't the detail, but we have the list of flowering plant that we use. It's Asoka and Pucuk Merah.
Oh, pucuk merah to invite the insect. Okay. Are you guys is a landscape architect or any other major?
We are from architect student.
Oh, architect student. Okay, yeah. Okay, no worry. Okay, and then your program for the rainwater harvesting or for watering or any program for that?
Because we might, because in Bandung is, because in Bandung weather often rains, making it easier to us to maintain this eco park, and so we put the automatic sprayer too on some part like pedestrian circulation, terrace and shrub, and the water is from PDAM because people around there are use PDAM too.
Okay, thank you. I'm okay. We can go to the next, except that Pak Rahman and Ibu Sili would like to asking another. Enough for me. I mean, I'm okay now.
Okay, for me enough too.
I don't have further questions. Thank you.
Okay, if there are no more questions from the judges, thank you, participants number 34 for your presentation and the judges for the questions. We will go to the next participant, which is participant number 26. Please prepare your presentation board to share it. Thank you.
Sorry, can you guys hear my voice?
Yes, we can hear your voice.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu Namo Buddhaya. Greetings, goodness for all of us. What's up, everyone? I am the chairman of the team with participant number H26. I would like to give an explanation regarding the design we have made them last week Eco Park Paninggalan Tisunda. Before allowing this, allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Yafar Rafiqwala, and with my friends, which is Munira Hayati and Faris Wibisono. So, the first speaker will be Munira Hayati. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that one. Last week was the largest railway warehouse in Indonesia. The first active operation in 1928, which was made during the Dutch colonial occupation, and located on Laswi Street, was functioning as a storage place for train carbons, train workshops, and so much. Based on the results of the analysis, there are some analysis of the climate. The temperature there has an average of 20 until 23 degrees Celsius, then have a wind speed of 5 until 10 km per hour. This site is in the middle of an urban where has problems with pollution and massive development that leads to lack of quality of flora and fauna. The site is surrounded by railway that are on the east side and high on the west and also the north side. And the site is crossed by aircraft, which is a potential and obstacle, which the potential is Laswi heritage. Users can hear the sound of trains suitable for the function the palace of the site, but also needed a planned buffer, which functions as a sound absorption from the highway, which is surrounded by transportation and settlements, so that fauna does not come to the site, so it is necessary to add stronger vegetation to bring in fauna such as birds and squirrel insect. Contextually, Laswi Heritage is next to Bandung Creativity Hub and the Bandung City DPRD building, which are formal places and non-formal places for people to work. So this can be a potential for workers working outside of the office.
Okay, so we have a basic concept motored by original activities of Bandung communities who frequently gather or ngariung, using public transportation to reach beautiful place with trains. In the practically, ecopark developed should include nature conservation areas, visitor center, recreational areas, green areas and park, animal-friendly areas, climbing routes, and nature tourism trails, waste processing and recycling areas. The concept is implemented with the concept of ecopark, which is married with local culture or local wisdom. The form of the design is a water and waste management area, wetland as a support of the ecopark concept, warlock or warung loko, creative area, plaza locomotive as a support of local wisdom. Next slide. Okay. Additional to that, we also have a hill area, which is a lawn area which is created from a circulation tunnel. The philosophy of the tunnel is when visitors from Jakarta to Bandung or from Java to Bandung using train, then they will through the route through the hills. Then there was an X-Trail carbon that have been a food place as well as a sculpture to strengthen the accent from the side. The pattern concept, form and space, this ecopark has a balanced pattern asymmetrically shaped, which is this concept is like the Sunda concept, which always has a balanced pattern. Then there is a shape transformation result from circulation in the form of meanders and has a philosophy like a train's flow, which is not always straight. By use of vegetation, we use plants that function aesthetically, shade, bird attraction like quercus trees, as well as use hard material that are dominant natural materials, such as VPC wood and granite nature stone, as well as are adding a water tap for drinking water for user, which is produced by collected rainwater, which is proceed at the water management site and distribute to all site. Okay, so we have an animation that will show. Maybe Munira can stop share. Okay. Okay, thank you. That's it from of us.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. Now we will move to the next session. It will be the question and answer session with the judges for 20 minutes. Thank you.
Pak Rahman, can you go first or Ibu Sili? Because I just answered the question from the other webinar. Thank you. Sorry.
Maybe Mas Rahman first.
All right. Well, thank you for the presentation. I think I'll repeat my earlier questions to other group, yeah, but I'll modify it a bit. If you guys have only 5 minutes before subject question, what are the elements in the panel that you would like to take out? Is there any?
Okay. So I will answer the question. If we have 5 minutes, so actually what we need to do is make it simple, the panel. So I think in this panel I saw so many texts, so maybe I can illustrate the text, so the panel is will be more simple. That's it.
All right. I understand this site is X plain warehouse or something like that, because you use is there some historic buildings that we need to preserve, and how would you like to do with that historic building in relation to this eco park that you are designing? Any special treatment, or I don't know?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question, sir? Yes.
Yeah, I understand this site has many old buildings. Is there some historic aspect of the buildings that we need to preserve, and how can we preserve it in the relation of the eco park that you are designing? So is it going to be okay side by side, or it's going to be contrary? Yeah.
Okay. I will try to answer this question. So, yes, of course, there is some building whose what is in existing. There's a building that maybe it's heritage building, and bisa apa? And the site of building is there is eco park, and this why we also married the concept from eco park with local wisdom. So the eco park is the main concept. It's like ecological, and the finishing we also touch up with local wisdom. So I think there is no problem with the existing building heritage side by side with the eco park, because we still give the accent of the heritage to this eco park. It's like that. Thank you.
Okay, last questions. You've seen earlier participant. So what do you think of your chance to win this competition after you see your previous contender?
I'm sorry, I cannot hear the voice clearly. I'm so
All
sorry.
right, I'll just repeat. So you have seen previous presentation from other participants, right? Can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Okay. So, in reflection to your submissions, do you confident that you guys will win these competitions? In reflection to other submission that you have already seen.
Okay, all right. I will answer this question. So, of course, I've been seeing previous participant project. There is a good and also great panels and presentation. I really appreciate it. But so far, why we? I think this team is different because we bring the concept local wisdom, and I think I know this team is eco park, but somehow we should bring the local wisdom of this site which is Bandung is Sunda. I mean, like Jakarta is Betawi. Maybe we still can bring the local wisdom to this concept because actually local wisdom is not ruin the eco park concept. I mean, like ecological concept is not going to ruin by local wisdom. So the difference is we still bring the local wisdom concept. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the answer. That's all from me. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, maybe I'm first. Mrs. Anggia. For me, is what the specific one in your eco park that you can explain to us, because one of consideration of the eco park is the eco park have connection with society within social culture that they have. So what the specific one that you took in your site by consideration social culture that you said? Thank you.
Okay. The consideration of the social culture is from the pattern. First of all, from the pattern concept from and space. So this eco park has a pattern that balance asymmetrically, which is the concept is like a Sunda concept, which always has a balanced pattern. So that we can see. Maybe Munira, can you go through slide number 2? As we can see, that we have to circle that asymmetrically, and the other concept is Sunda is famous as a gather person or ngariung. So we provide the place to gather like in number 4 and number 2. So it's still always place that we can use to gather around or doing something like maybe it's like a live music or something like that, or maybe like kegiatan ibu-ibu dan lain sebagainya. Dan the next is we also have a concept that the circulation is have a pattern meanders because it have philosophy that people from Jakarta went to Bandung use train, or Java went to Bandung using train, that always that pasti bakal ketemu dengan jalur-jalur yang memang itu ada bubuk kitanya, lalu kita coba provide dengan cara kita memberikan suatu sirkulasi yang di bawahnya itu ada tunnel sehingga bisa merasakan gitu. Nah, dan budaya yang lainnya adalah orang-orang yang ada yang orang-orang Sunda ataupun Bandung lakukan itu ketika mereka ingin mencapai suatu tempat panorama biasanya itu menggunakan transportasi umum, lebih tepatnya menggunakan kereta. Kurang lebih seperti itu untuk penekanan di dalam budayanya. Thank you.
All for me. Maybe we can continue with Ms. Anggia. Mrs. Anggia.
Yes, my turn. Okay. My question is, the train itself is a given or already there, or from where you got it?
It's already there because there is a warehouse. So we take from the warehouse to this eco park.
You take, so it means
Yes.
not given.
Yes.
You take or given?
I mean like this site is a warehouse, which is
Yes.
have a large warehouse, and the container or the train is ada di dalam gudangnya, tetapi kami pindahkan ke dalam site ini seperti itu.
If they give you the budget, is they allowed you to take the wagon to go there or not?
Yes, of course.
Of course, it means you already asked the head of department there or something like that. Do you have any legal that the wagon can be taken to go to your site?
Okay. If legal, I haven't, but I used to.
I mean, just have you ever asked the question that is it possible the train to go there?
It's possible.
Okay. Okay. One moment, please. One moment, please. Moment, yeah.
Yes, Miss.
Yes, right. Okay. And then my other question is for the number 5 in number 7 for the zoning wetland. From where the water come from, or is it the existing or something like that, or you make the design for the wetland?
Yeah, actually, there is runoff over there. There is runoff over there. So, and the existing is have like a mini lake. So we just touch up the mini lake to make a wetland with this pattern. So there is ada existingnya di sana.
Okay, so the wetland actually is already the existing area. My
Yes.
question now is, what do you do? What did you do to improve this wetland?
All right. So what we improve is we touch up the wetland with the vegetation. So the existing is the wetland is there is not like shrub or ground cover over there. So we touch up with vegetation and we add the rock. So the concept is really natural.
Did the vegetation is show up here in the presentation?
Yes, of course.
Which
This we have material plant palette. We have a material palette. I mean
Which one?
vegetation palette and material palette
Which
over
one?
here.
Which one you use? I saw this here in on your presentation is on my screen now, but which one for your wetland?
Oh, the vegetation on the wetland. Okay, so we use Salix babylonica.
Okay.
And then Schizolobium parahiba.
Okay.
Spathiphyllum.
Okay.
And Alocasia.
Are you guys from architect or landscape architect?
We're from landscape architect.
You're from landscape architect.
Yeah.
And then for the, I can see the bridge. You make like a hilly, something like that. Is it difable friendly?
Actually, it's not difable friendly.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay, that's my question. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
One more. Sorry. I have to add one more question. The local wisdom here. What is because of the warehouse of the train, right? Is that what you mean for the local wisdom?
Sorry?
The local wisdom.
The local wisdom of your concept.
Yes.
Okay, maybe I will explain with bahasa.
Nah.
Jadi untuk local wisdom itu sendiri, kita pertama bergerak dari karena ini tapaknya di Bandung, kita mengambil konsep dari Bandung dan Bandung itu adalah suku Sunda. Yang mana Sunda itu selalu memiliki sesuatu hal yang memang balance, kiri kanan selalu sama. Nah, lalu kami coba provide dengan cara dari bentuk polanya. Yang pertama ini ada bentuk lingkaran ada 2, itu merupakan area kreatif. Yang nomor 4 dan nomor itu ada plaza lokomotif, yaitu tempat berkumpul, tempat orang-orang Bandung itu bisa ataupun pengguna itu bisa melakukan kegiatan di situ, atau biasanya disebut dengan cara ngariung untuk bahasa Sundanya.
Okay. I think I can understand. Okay, because your presentation time is already, I heard that, but that's only my time to asking you your concept. Thank you, but I'm okay with this time. Thank you. We can move on.
Okay, if there are no more questions from the judges, we will move on to the next participant, which is the last one. Before that, thank you, participants number 26 for your presentation and judges for the questions. Well, participants number 14, please get ready and share presentation board. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I will say thank you for the. I would like to state thank you for the opportunity given to us to take part in the final round of the student design competition Hijau Jakartaku 2023. Before I turn the presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Alfian Saidaki Anajili. On this occasion, I will accompanied by 2 of my college. There are Ham Okrian Gultom and Justina Galo. On this occasion, we will present a design work entitled Arogia Fana. Next. Okay. In macro scale, the design location is located in West Jakarta City, referring to the DKI Jakarta Special Plan for 2030. The city of West Jakarta has a role as a trade and service center area. In a more micro scope, Palmera District is a plan as the central office area of West Jakarta. In an even smaller scope, the design location is a small part of Kemanggisan Kelurahan. The design area has an area around 2,500 square meter. In the detailed spatial plan, the design area is planned as a trade and service area and is allowed for park development. While in terms of land of ownership status, referring to the data on Ministry of Special Agrarian Verification and the National Land, the ownership status is HGB atau hak guna bangunan. Meaning that in terms of ownership, the land to be used as a planning area is land owned by the DKI Jakarta government. Next. Based on the result of the online survey and the data obtained from online search, there are several potential that make our design look attractive. For the first one, passed by the collector street Legend Esparman, which connect West Jakarta with South Jakarta and North Jakarta. And then located in a strategic location at Junction Sleepy. And the last one, the park development plan is accordance with the direction of the detailed spatial plan. In the other side, there are also several problems that are of concern to us in the determining design concept that is appropriate to the existing problems. Some of these problems are For the person referring to the air quality data, air quality around the design area is always declassified and allowed or the range of more than 100 AQI. Referring to BMKG data, in the last of 10 years, the average temperature around the design area has increased in aggregate by 0.51 degrees Celsius. Reporting from the dataindonesia.id in 2020, 2021, the city of Jakarta is ranked 9th as the city with the highest stress level in the world. Based on these potential problems, a design issue is obtained, namely the need for public space that has a recoupling function both for nature and for humans. Next.
All right, next is our design concept, where concept will take the theme biores, namely biophilic forest city. The concept of biophilic forest city refers to urban development that applies biophilic principle by emphasizing the connection between humans and nature and the presence of extensive forests or green areas inside or around the cities. Biophilic forest city strives to create a sustainable urban environment by integrating natural elements such as a park, trees, and green space to improve the quality of life for the city resident. In our design concept, we have 5 core values. They are human-nature connection. It means focusing on creating space that the relationship and interaction between humans and the natural environment. The next one is natural landscapes. It means involving the integration of the natural elements such as rocks, stone, freezing, and ambience and of natural landscape. Next one is beauty and aesthetic. Biophilic gardens are designed to be a beautiful and visually appealing, thoughtful combination of nature elements and design elements. Okay, next one is sensory stimulation. Biophilic garden offers reach of sensory stimulation. The last one is simplicity. It means meditation garden design tend to be appeasing a simplicity. In our design concept, we also have the goals of the our goals is back to nature, where our emphasis on nature element can provide visitor with a sense of tranquility after a tiring day at work and contribute to the balance of the ecosystem urbans. Okay, next is the site analysis. We focus on the 3 site analysis that significantly influence our design, like sun path, circulation, and noise. Regarding the sun path, since the sunrise from the west to the east, the core building will still be oriented towards the northeast to receive good morning sunlight. The next is for circulation. There will be on-street parking space to the north and east, and a pedestrian crossing will be provided. And the last is noise. As for the noise analysis, noise reduction tree will be planted on the east and north sides. Okay, the next is spatial concept and vegetation concept. In the spatial concept, there is a labyrinth art gallery located in the middle of the site. This art gallery is designed as a maze where the visitor can explore various exhibition space and artwork in interactive. The next one is there is a lake connection by a bridge leading to the working space and rooftop garden. The working space serves as a place for work, while the rooftop garden functions as a healing of area. The next one is at the back of the site, there is a meditation space equipped with a waterfall entries serving as sound barriers from urban traffic noises.
Okay, and the next is Arogyafana. Arogyafana is taken from Sanskrit, which means healing forest, with the tagline enveloped in tranquility, with the condition of the city of Jakarta, which is filled with various activities, mobilization, and also the social pressure that occurs, making the need for open space as a place to rest and calm the mind is very important. Therefore, with this design, it hoped that it can become a medium for the surrounding community to feel comfortable, calm, fresh, and cool for both humans and the surrounding environment like a forest atmosphere in the concept of biophilic forest city concept design. Next. Okay, the next one is in the area design that we have made. The main entrance is in the northeast, and the first object that will be seen is the park name tag, and then it is faced into three route circulation that describe the direction of life, which is not just one way. The three directions are, the first one is circulation towards the west, describes a dynamic life that is marked by a road with wooden ornaments made in a spiral with a dynamic meaning that continues until it exists into a bright and new atmosphere. The second one is circulation towards the south, the peaks of life that is socialist and full of interaction. This is marked by the existence of MS, MES, and also or UMKM, and also a community space as an area for interaction and socialization. The third one is circulation towards the southwest describes survival that begins with various challenges, motivation, and the complexity of life's journeys. This is indicated by the existence of a labyrinth in the middle of the area with various information and also a complicated plot. The proceed in with the value of calm after going through these obstacles. This is indicated by the existence of a pond leading into the meditation area in the corner of the area. As already mentioned before, that there are several design details, namely healing space, rooftop garden, community space, UMKM or MES space, labyrinth gallery, and working space. Next. The next one is section drawing. There are various building height variants in our designs. With a side length of 70.7 meters, the tallest building in the is a rooftop garden with a height of 8 meters. Then there's a garden barrier with surrounding buildings with a height of 5.3 meters. Then there are 9 meters in diameter, which are used for the working space, and also 10.5 meters in diameter for the labyrinth. The design also used natural materials by the biophilic concepts, which talk about human interaction or relationship with the nature, where nature can inspire, calm, and recover. And therefore, the material used is also environmentally friendly and has a good impact on the continuity of interaction with the surrounding environment. Next.
The selection of vegetation in our design is based on the vegetation concept presented previously. For noise reducer tree, the tree we choose is spruce. For carbon sink tree, we choose tree that have an ability to absorb carbon dioxide well, including rain tree, pine, cave, Malay padauk, and sun pine. It can also be noted in the presentation board of the ability of each tree to absorb carbon dioxide from scientific source. Per se tree, we choose the cherry tree because it has shady leaves, so it can provide shade. For background plant, we choose bamboo because they have aesthetic value and ecological value. And the last one, we add several types of flowers that have aesthetic value and ecological value. One of which is the snake plant. Okay, and next. Okay, and for the last one, I will show you the result of render.
Pardon me. Participants number 14, the time for your presentation is already up.
Okay, I think that's all the presentation that we can make. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for your presentations. The next one will be question and answer session with the judges for 20 minutes.
Pak Rahman, Ibu Sili, can be my turn now?
Okay, Bu Anggia, please.
Okay, thank you. So can you please go back to the site plan, please? Site plan, yes. Please let me know the healing space from the site plan.
Okay, I'll go and answer the
In the
question
corner,
for
yeah.
the healing space. There on behind the working space and rooftop garden, because this is the most
So there is a wall or the glasses, right?
because the space is most suitability for healing space.
Yes, yes, I can see now the healing space. Okay, I can, which one? Okay, so your, okay, yeah, okay, so I have to stop it now. Yeah, so people from working space, they can see the healing area, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think that the people who usually need the time and space for healing, they really need the space? I mean, they don't like if, for example, yourself, if you need to be healing, do you like if people see you sitting there, something like that? So even people from the working space may see the healing space, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay. So there is no plan or something that to make it that area a little bit, as what you said, is tranquility, you know, but then it instead that of tranquil, it look exposed, right? And the square itself is, what is that? The square. No, not that one.
There is artificial waterfall, ma'am.
See, you said that you make a good of the theory, this one. You make a good of theory of the biophilic design, but that for the waterfall, square as not following the nature. This is a waterfall, right? And then
Yes.
the square one is a pond, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and the square space, the shape is a square, okay? And the 4 is look like a natural stone here is actually, can you explain to me what is that? This one, what is it?
Inside the working space, ma'am, or what? Oh, that's I will answer in bahasa. Itu sebenarnya bukan merupakan tempat duduknya itu tidak 100% terbuat dari batu alami, tapi itu merupakan salah satu hardscape yang akan digunakan di sana.
Yeah.
Tapi tidak berasal dari batuan asli.
Yeah, what is that? Made from, for your imagination or from your concept, what it's made from?
Okay, I think that's made from stone.
Okay, okay. Now explain to me about the rooftop.
Okay.
Okay, yes, good. Right, I have to clean the area first because then how to clean it? Erase, yeah. Okay, this rooftop, how the technique you want to make it is disabled friendly or what?
Okay, may I asli in bahasa?
Yes, please.
Oke, di sini untuk rooftop di sini sendiri untuk teknik pembuatannya sendiri pertama kami memperhatikan dari ketersediaan ruang yang sangat terbatas. Oleh karena itu untuk bentuk tangganya itu dibuat untuk direction atau arah dari tangganya itu dibuat miring seperti itu. Nah, dikarenakan itu dia bertujuan untuk mengurangi kecuraman dari tangga itu sendiri. Sedangkan apakah hal ini ramah terhadap disabilitas? Mungkin apabila melihatnya dalam site kami ini belum ramah terhadap disabilitas karena kemiringannya yang masih bisa dikatakan cukup curam. Akan tetapi apabila kita mengimplementasikannya dalam site yang lebih luas, ini akan sangat memungkinkan juga untuk dibuatkan jalur untuk PD disabilitas untuk naik ke atas. Terima kasih.
Oke, ada saya nggak melihat ada railing atau apa di roof garden. How to protect people from for security and safety in the roof garden?
Oke, untuk melindungi permasalahan dari safety dari gardennya itu sendiri, pertama itu kami sudah mencoba untuk mengurangi dari kecuramannya itu sendiri dan selanjutnya kami tidak langsung
pinggirannya aja. How you protect the people from not falling from the roof garden?
Ya, untuk melindunginya itu mungkin kami tidak langsung sampai ke atas seperti itu ya tangganya, tapi ada beberapa section yang mana orang tuh bisa berhenti dulu seperti itu. Sehingga dengan adanya section seperti itu orang-orang bisa lebih berhati-hati lagi serta lebih secara carefully itu bisa naik ke atasnya.
From the plaza here, from the plaza. Okay, this is the plaza. People can how ini kan ada terus, and then there is the aging of the building. So how to protect people from that one?
Maybe for this chance atau untuk kesempatan sekarang mungkin kami belum menambahkan.
There is no railing ya?
Ya, belum ada railing tapi apabila kami diberikan kesempatan lagi untuk memperbaiki, kami akan menambahkan railing di sana.
Yeah, right. Railing actually is not only for the visitor, but railing is for the people who maintain the garden, right? Okay, for the what is that? Your area is, sorry, let me move that first. Yeah, for the community space, how many people do you think that they can go there? Because you said the design to create a space for gathering or discussion in the outdoors, right? But the trees and the plant here, you mean that the people sitting or what? Tell me about the why of the below the tree there is a we'll use another color. Okay, what is it actually? Tell me. Thank you.
Okay, from the yellow circle, that's okay, I'll answer in bahasa. Yang kuning itu merupakan tempat duduk yang can I continue the presentation?
Yes, please. No, I mean, just explain to me what is that for the yellow one, because it's not so clear for me.
Okay, the yellow one itu merupakan tempat duduk ibu.
Oh, it's a sitting area.
Yeah.
And the foot of the people on the grass.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That's my turn. I mean, that's enough for me. So it can be continued by Pak Rahman and Ibu Sili. Thank you very much. A good presentation, guys. Are you from architect or landscape architect?
We are from urban and regional planning.
Urban area. Urban. Tell me again.
Yeah, urban and regional planning.
Okay, urban and regional planning. Okay, thank you. Success.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mas Rahman first. Okay, if Mas Rahman not ready yet, maybe I have one question for you. What dominant material that you choose for the hardscape to build this park?
Okay, ma'am. The building material used in this design is especially natural material that is focused. The first one is wood, and then there are stone and also glass like that.
Okay. That from I see the wood is dominant. So what the consideration that you make to maintain the wood?
Okay. From the design, for the wood, we use thick wood. Indonesia, we call that is kayu jati, due to its strong and durable condition. So it will be strong for the weather and also have a long duration for the wood like that.
Okay, maybe it's just a suggestion. Kayu jati itu is expensive, much expensive. So if you want to make a design for the next, you have to consider this about that. That's my question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. But before that, I want to edit my answer. If the kayu jati is very expensive, we also have another solution, like we use merdau wood and bongkirai wood to minimize the cost. It's not like kayu jati, but for the strength and the quality and also the prices will be more cheap, more than the kayu jati. Thank you.
Maybe you can use artificial wood that that's sold by many founder, yeah. That's like wood, but not what we call PVC. That's really like wood, and then it's more pemeliharaannya lebih murah lah. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Rahman there? Oh, I asked the question, from where the water coming from? I saw a pond or something like that.
Okay, the water is come from PDAM, ma'am.
Ah, you make a pond special to, and then water is coming from the PDAM.
Ya, and also in bahasa untuk menjaga kejernihan airnya itu juga kami akan menggunakan sistem penjernihan dan juga seperti yang digunakan untuk kolom-kolom seperti biasanya dengan menggunakan sistem penjernihan dan juga untuk mengairi dan juga memberikan oksigen kepada itu kolamnya seperti itu.
Oh, you mean the filter system, something like that?
Yeah, that's.
Are you consider with any fees or something?
For now, no.
You not put the fees?
Yeah, no.
Who do you think will maintain of this pond?
Okay, the maintain. We not added the fish in that pond, but we use lily flower or in that pond. So it will be the oxygen will be used by that lily like that.
First you make a pond, and the water from the pond is from PDAM, right? That's what you said, okay?
Yes.
Okay, and there is no fish there, but you're gonna make a filter system, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And let's talk about this is a public space with the pond. What is the theme on your theme or the themes at the back of your head about the maintenance of this pond?
Okay, to maintenance the pond, in our team, we think that we use that filter and also.
I know. I'm not asking the filter again. Do you think people or the public government or the local government will maintain this pond as like a pond in the house? I'm consider about the maintenance. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Okay, I think I will answer the question.
Yes.
In my opinion, to take the maintenance of the phone, it will coordinate with the government to take that work like that. So, kayak ada tugas pembersihnya. Itu tidak langsung dilakukan secara harian, namun itu bisa dilakukan dalam beberapa kali dalam sebulan untuk mengganti airnya itu. Untuk menjaga kebersihan dan juga keamanan dari kolam itu, seperti itu.
Any railing protect for people or children even to fall to the pond?
Yeah, the railing is on the.
No, the railing is only on the bridge. The
Yeah.
railing is not surrounding the pond.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So no railing surrounding the pond, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
no.
you. Thank you. Rahman, you there? Rahman? Bu Sili, if Rahman not there, we continue asking about the parking area.
Ya, kayaknya Mas Rahman nggak ada, Bu.
Okay, I see. So, guys, for the parking area, do you think that's a people special coming from to this park with the car, or this is for the public space is surrounding with the house? I mean, this is a residential area, or is this really as people have to achieve to this area by the car?
Okay, according to the existing, our location is in activity area, surrounding area, like and also the Oke, answer in bahasa. Jadi lokasi kami itu terletak di sebelah jalan dan juga di sebelah permukiman. Jadi untuk aksesnya itu ya untuk masyarakat sekitar dan juga untuk para pekerja-pekerja yang di sana, karena berdasarkan area yang ada, kawasan yang ada dalam lokasi kami ini merupakan kawasan peruntukan perdagangan dan jasa, dan ternyata memang di sana banyak aktivitas perdagangan dan jasa. Namun untuk perizinan dalam pembuatan taman juga terdapat dalam RDTR tersebut, sehingga kami berencana juga untuk membuat rencana taman di situ agar nantinya para masyarakat dan juga para pekerja yang ada di sekitar area tersebut dapat menikmati taman tersebut, seperti itu.
Yeah, okay. So this is a park consideration for the car or people, the park consideration for people stop by walking. Once you provide the parking area, then people not walking. We would like to see if people may easy to come to the park, you know, from the surrounding the area. As of the basic for the design, since we make a design for the car, then the car will coming. But if we design for the people may walk easy to go there, then people will walk. This is what we would like to intend in the future, that from their location to the park, it become closer and closer. So this can achieve by walking distance. But anyway, it's a highly appreciate that you include your design, but with the surrounding area. So you are not standing alone, make a design here, but then the area surrounding you is a part of your design. Thank you very much. Yep.
Tes,
Okay.
1, 2 tes.
Yes, Rahman. Now, yeah.
Maaf tadi hilang sinyal kayaknya, tapi nggak putus dari Zoom ternyata. Anyway, tadi ini terakhir saya pakai bahasa Indonesia aja ya. Tadi sudah sempat ditanyakan tentang parkir kah?
Yes.
Halo.
Yeah. Ya Rahman,
Sudah.
I did ask.
Oh, oke. So, satu lagi, ini cuma masalah teknis ya. Tempat parkir kita itu kalau terlalu dekat di ujung pengkolan, itu sebetulnya nggak boleh. Jadi kita mesti tarik lagi. Jadi kalau di persimpangan itu kan selalu ada jarak minimal ya. Dari satu persimpangan ke persimpangan lain atau dari satu persimpangan ke akses ke dalam persil. Itu selalu ada apa namanya? Ada jarak minimal. Nah, kalau parkir kita betul-betul di ujung itu kecuali tempat ini adalah tempat yang memang isolated, bukan di jalan, maka ini mungkin bisa. Tapi kalau dia ada di umum, maka treatment seperti itu nggak bisa kita lakukan. Itu hanya catatan aja ya untuk kita semua. Jadi itu aja sih untuk catatan terakhir, saya pikir. Terima kasih atas presentasi yang menarik. Mudah-mudahan menjadi salah satu yang bisa terpilih untuk menang. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so for the statement. Thank you.
Okay, because the time is already up, I thank you for the participants for your wonderful presentation and the judges for the questions. With the end of the presentation by the last participant, the open judging ends today. But before we end the open judging event today, a documentation session will be held. To the committee, you can now take a picture.
Yes, thank you, Betsa. For all participants, please open your camera. Yes, thank you. The documentation will be done in 1, 2, 3. And for the second slide, 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so very much for the committee. And now, me, Gaita Janata, as the MC, representing the entire event today. I apologize if there are things that are less pleasing in this competition. The winner of Hijau Jakartaku Student Design Competition will be announced in 29th July 2023. Thank you to the judges and all participants of the open judging who have followed the series of events today. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.